be talking about one of the most prominent national parks here in South Dakota, the Badlands. So first we're going to go over kind of the history of the land, how it formed, how the structure itself came to be. Then we're going to go into a little bit about like how the people, history around the land's been affected, and then going to kind of end with how the history's kind of formed to what the Badlands are today. So starting off with the land formation, the area was covered with water a long, long time ago, and the water dried up, and then after a long time of erosion, drying off, the sediments began to pile up, which represents all the different colors. And each section of sediment can represent millions to billions of years of piling up and erosion and stuff like that. So the erosion and the wearing away at the rocks has formed the various peaks, the crested different pinnacles that you guys see, and the layers of color that we see today. So that's kind of how the land formed. So going into kind of like how the humans came around and interacted with it. So for 11,000 years about, the Native Americans hunted around this land, starting with the Paleo Indians, and then into the Arikara, and then finally the Lakota. So after the Native Americans occupied it, pioneers and homesteaders came across South Dakota, settling in around the area, and the U.S. government started stripping the Native Americans of their land, which was near the Badlands and stuff. And right before this happened, the Native Americans followed a prophet of Wabaka, and he encouraged them to perform a ghost dance to kind of protect themselves from the U.S. forces that were coming in to attack. And one of the last known ghost dances was actually performed on the Stronghold table in the south end of the Badlands. So that's kind of the history of the Native Americans and stuff. And then following the Native Americans, can you go back? Yes. Came in like the paleontologists, and trappers and traders would come up from Fort Pierre and come around the Badlands and find fossils. And that kind of started the paleontology outbreak, finding fossils here. And then in 1854, Dr. Hiram Prout actually published a paper on the discovery of 84 new fossil species in North America. And 77 of these species were discovered in the Badlands alone. So a large part of the species discovered came from this one single area. And then from starting from 1899 to today, the School of Mines is one of the largest active research institutions of the Badlands, and you can see kind of what they found up in the Museum of Geology and stuff there. So now that we kind of know how it formed, the history of the people, we'll go into how it's become what it is today because of this. It's 242,756 acres of national park. It's home to tons of wildlife, including badgers, bighorn sheep, prairie dogs, rattlesnakes, various other animals you can find when you go visit there. As I said earlier, it preserves a great fossil bed, one of the world's greatest fossil beds of animals from the age of the mammals. So lots of fossils to find, things to discover. And overall, the Badlands are just a great place to go visit, see the fossils, and learn about its history.
Questions?
Does it cost anything to go into the national park?
Yeah, so there's national park fees, you can get a yearly sticker to visit national parks. It's not always monitored year-round, but it's kind of expected when you go into a national park that you're going to pay the fee to visit.
Yeah. You talked about that last ghost dance. Did you have the year on that? I can't remember.
It happened around the 19th century when the U.S. started stripping the Native Americans of their land, so around that time.
So if people find fossils in the Badlands, can they report it to scientists or something? Did you do any research into that?
Yeah, not specifically on that, but from what I did read about that general stuff is you're not allowed to take any rock samples, destroy anything, take any fossils. So you're not able to take the fossil, but I definitely think you could go tell a park ranger you found one. But you're not allowed, it's illegal to pick it up and take the picture. So.
Alright.
Very good.